Currently in the UK, there's 11 million people of pension age. A man of 60 will expect to live another 20 years in the UK. This will lead to a larger demographic, and the EU have recognised this and are planning to spend 73 million over the next 7 years into ICT and ageing, because currently 30% of the population aren't participating in the information society. Most of the products are currently focusing on the very sort of boring needs of the consumer, looking at very important but very low down on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. For example, large button phones, emergency devices to contact if you fall over. I want to investigate these sort of fun social wants, the sort of the bridge, the bingo, the more exciting needs of these elderly consumers. The EU have recognised this fact that social participation is key to health. Currently, 100 billion is spent annually treating related illnesses to social isolation among seniors. Although I don't believe this is necessarily an ICT problem, it's a problem in relation to product, service, and healthcare, but it should also encompass the complete caregiver network of friends, family, and carers. Our perceptions of the elderly are changing all the time. Currently, the baby boomers, people from 50 to 65, 70, currently hold 80% of the UK's wealth. And example here is Rod Stewart, can be seen as a very sexy, witty, jet-set men. But the other conception is Mrs. Blamsey from Little Britain, who almost emphasises the elderly and the fact that she's can be seen as boring, stupid, old, or incontinent. I believe that these barriers and social guards that we have in England should be broken up. That's why I have this statistic, that 26% of adults aged 75 to 85 are still currently sexually active. Now, this is not here to shock, but this is to show the importance of that designers might not necessarily know who their target market is. This is why user-centered design will be so key to the implementation of my product. This is my granddad's desktop computer. It's fairly old, it's sort of tucked away in his house, and I think we have to really work from these elderly consumers to focus on their products. He has one of these large button phones, and although it is inclusive, I believe it's almost equally as demoralizing. That inclusive might just mean, it doesn't mean just sticking large buttons and large numbers onto it. I believe there's more in inclusive design than just that. So I asked him what is fun, and for my granddad, this giraffe is fun. It's something that he takes travelling with him, and believe it or not, old people do have fun too, and I think that's the kind of key area that I really want to emphasise in my project. The distance from technology. This is a photo of his mobile phone, and although the phone is 6 years old or so, it's the photograph itself says a lot about his relationship with the device. It's quite distant from a large angle, and it might not be as connected with the phone as the so-called MySpace generation. So I asked him what is social. For my granddad, this is social. It's a cup of tea and some shortbread biscuits. It's a very social event. It's sharing, and it encourages discussion and conversation. So this brings me to my two problems. The problems with the user-centered design approach is that, as Henry Ford said, if you asked everyone what they wanted, they would have asked for a faster horse. But then also, if we come from the technology side of the EU, we'll end up using a golden hammer and solving every product with more technology when that might not necessarily be the case. I want to focus primarily on the 60 to 80-year-olds. I think any more above, we get to generational laggards, and we have to really create new metaphors for learning and interacting. But in the end of the day, I want to create a product that is social, seamlessly inclusive, will bridge the digital divide and bring delight, happiness, and elegance into these active and busy and smart elderly consumers. My work plan from now until January is to develop a range of compelling design concepts in cooperation with a selection of elderly consumers based on cutting-edge research from the technology side, and also some really interesting user-centered design approaches. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment into the suggestion box posted in my blog, or you can visit my website at http:// www.benarendt.co.uk/final year. Alright, thank you for your time.